Hello, everyone. I hope everything is well, and that you're. Thank you for joining this week on this webinar from AUPAU. Some of you have seen another webinars. Some of you is the first time, so be aware that all the recordings of each week's sessions are stored and public on the AUPAU website, and Farnas is going to send the link to those. If you click on past events, you will see the event of last week and the 2 weeks ago, and there you will find the video. Be aware that this session is being recorded, so if you are free to talk and to express everything, but this video will be made public. And I think that's it. I don't know if it's maybe good if some of you say from which alliances you come. I think it's good and beneficial for all, or you type it on the chat so that we have a little bit of awareness of that. I don't know if you can do that for me. And then we will start. Okay. Great. So this week we are going to talk about websites and how to manage, how to edit the websites, how to create new websites in the form of showcases that I'm going to talk a little bit more on that as well. And yes, a little bit to tell you how to work with the tool. If some of you don't have a lot of context of other things, you may find it on other videos, but either way, just ask of anything that it's a question to you. Okay, so there's people from Unite, Udress, Circle U, friend from CVs. That's good. Great. So yes, you can unmute your mic and just tell me everything, interrupt me. That's why the session is made. And yes. All right. So I'm going to be sharing my screen, and I'm going to be showing you around on the website module. For those of you that you don't know me, I didn't present. My name is Alba, and I am a AUPAU member of this project, and I am a software developer, and I'm the one in charge of the deployment of new Agoras and development for new modules. And then with me, there's Farnas, that she's also part of the team, and she's also a contact person and the project manager of AUPAU, and she's also working on the deployment and management of the Agoras. All right, I'm going to share my screen. Oops. That's that. Can anyone confirm that you see my screen? I will not be seeing your faces, so
yeah,
yes.
Well, actually, we can't see anything on it. But
oops. Okay.
The big A.
I saw something weird when I was sharing. Let me do it again. Sorry. Okay. Share here.
Yeah, now we can see your whole screen.
Okay, great.
Wow.
Now, this is the presentation you're seeing. Okay, well, this is just one slide because actually we're going to be working hands-on on the website module. But just to give you a little bit of context of the website module of Odoo. The platform of Agora is based on Odoo, and Odoo system allows to create and to work with websites, not only one of them, but multiple on one same instance and with the one same database and data information and the users and all of that. It's all the same, but it allows this way to express content in different websites, and this sometimes is beneficial with alliances, and it has been shown and used in Unite, for example, until now, that specific projects or groups of the alliance want to showcase their results in a website in a public way. And maybe these results are not so general to be on the main Agora, and they want a specific place for them to express their results. And that's why this has been used so far, and I think it's for other alliances it will be used as well. Although the Agora may be the main website and all of the content maybe here, and some alliances they may just use this module. Also, the mini showcases or mini websites, mini sites can be configured, and you should be aware of that, and also how to configure with that. So today we're going to be talking first on how to work with the website edition tool, how to create new pages, how to manage the content on those pages, how to make public, what types of publication of the pages we can configure. And then we are going to talk how to create these other showcases in the form of new websites, and how to copy content from one place to another in the case that this is needed. And at the end, we are going to talk about embeddings, because I'm going to show an example of Unite, in where a specific page of one website wanted to be displayed in another place, the official website of the Alliance, and they wanted to display the content in a way of an embedding. So I'm going to show what this is and how it could be also useful for you at some point in your Alliance. Okay, so let's start with that. I'm going to be working here. For those of you that, most of you already have an Agora configured for you. And some Unite doesn't have the Odoo 16 yet, but it should be, all the functionality should be quite the same, and this will apply for the new version of Unite as well. This is an example of the website. It's based. It doesn't have data from any alliance in particular, but it will be the one that we are going to be working on together. So in order to work with the website edition, there's these access rights that need to be given for a specific user to work on this tool. Not all users for sure can edit and can see this editor button and work on the content of the website. So this is important for when you request access to the platform through the Excel format that we talked at the beginning. If the user requests access, or the test team requests access to the website edition tool, all of that content that I'm showing today here, you're going to be able to manage and to do. Okay, so in order to enter to the website blog, the website, as you see, it has a menu that it's like a mega menu that it's called, that it has this toggle here, and then it opens a big menu, but there are many pages configured, and in order to access to that, you need to click on the editor top button here on the left. And then, as you can see, as I have access to the edition tool, I see some buttons here, some things to edit, to publish. You see here some configuration stuff to work on the website module. So I'm not going to be going into back office for now, but everything can be done. Most of the things can be done from here. Okay, so be aware. I also want to mention that the Agora is yours, is for the Alliance, and you are the ones who are going to decide what content is made public, how the content should be structured. For start, this is the package that we consider it may be useful, and the things that we show here, and you start from the beginning. It's just an example, and this can be rearranged the way you think it should. Of course, the services probably will be the same and similar, or the functionalities, but the way it is rendered or displayed, this is also up to you. And to make it align to the Alliance itself, and if the Alliance has specific branding that needs to be fitted in here. So you can touch and play with that. And for some of the Alliance that you just started and are in the testing phase, you can for sure be creating pages and work with the tool a little bit. This is specific for each alliances and the process or decision that they are taking on how to configure this. Okay, so in order to create new pages, I would say, because this is how I start now. If I want to create a new page, it's quite simple. Here from the new button, top right here button, I see that a new button, and if I click on it, I see different things. I could create a page, I could create a blog post, I could create an event, a forum entry. There's this mix here of things, because if I don't have access, as you recall, the access list of the user request access, if you don't have access to the events, you will not be seeing this available. But The page one should be always available because it's for the website edition. For the rest, maybe I'm going to talk about the blog post, but for the events and forum, we're going to talk on this on another session specific for events, because it has for configuration that it's not only from the website, it's more on the back office. It's probably going to be next week. So yeah, I'm going to go.
Alba, there is a raised hand from...
Oh yeah, I didn't see it.
Sorry.
Yes.
I was just curious, when you create a page, because you have this really nice map in the background.
Yeah.
Where do you do that? And can you do that for individual pages so it won't blow over? Could you please show that?
Yes. Well, that's a good question to start. Actually, this page that you see here, the first landing page, it's not made with the Odoo tools or the interface of Odoo. This is rendered from a service that we have developed from AUPA-EU, and it's not. If I try to edit, I will show later, but it's actually embedded code that it's pointing to a service that we have configured ourselves. So it's not. I would say from the beginning that it's not possible to put this background image and then text on top easily from Odoo. I'm going to be showing later on this how to configure some stuff, but be aware that this is not something that we have configured by clicking on the edition tools on the Odoo. This is a specific. The landing page has done by AUPA, and it has this look because of that.
Alba, may I ask, are there any themes or general customizations applicable, or is it just like that one and with your optimized code there, or are there any other themes available?
When talking about the main page, the landing page?
Of all the page, themes normally apply to all the pages.
Yes, the styling, the general styling, yes, perhaps maybe this is better to start from this then. There's the generic settings of the website, of the theme, and that modify all places of the website are mainly configured here. When I clicked on edit, you saw under the theme tab. Here I see generic configurations regarding the theme of the website. And these may include the first, secondary, primary, secondary colors that we see here that are from this website. This can be changed, and then some presets from for the how to render one color or the other. And then here there's some information regarding the font family, that it will affect all of them, the pages, all the website, the buttons, how the primary buttons should look like. They can be filled or only outlined. The paddings of the buttons, this is all regarding the buttons. The border, at least this. And then some other thing regarding the paddings of the inputs of the forms. I'm going to be showing later, but this would affect that styling, a general thing as well. And then here, there's this website settings, which is even more generic, but it's the theme here. If I clicked on here, I will not do it now because it could it affects the core of when a website is created, and it could break some of the configuration that is here. But at the beginning, when I create a new showcase, I'm going to show there's a set of initial templates to start the website from, but this is for applying for new showcases, I would say. And this is regarding the generic theme, that it's basically font family aspect, and then the colors and the buttons look and the inputs looks. This is the generic configuration here. But then also regarding the footer and the navigation bar on the top, there are also customizations to be done. But I don't know if we were referring to this level of configuration, or was that the
yeah. Thank you. That was the question. If we can alter the whole style,
there's where you can find it.
And that's the second thing is, as another one asked already, can we replace the map or other things? But you said it's embedded code.
This one, yes, the landing page is not that customizable, if that word exists, but it's pretty new, and this is up to be changed, but so feedback from this is also good for us, because this landing page is quite new. So if you have any feedback of something that you think this we would change, we would do this differently, perhaps it would affect for the better to all, and this is something that
as we integrate it into other platforms that have already an user experience like a design, we of course want to get the Agora as close to the other designs as.
That's right. That's right. So I understand that the landing page is quite important for this to match with for the case of for the case of Unite, Unite. As you see here, the logo, of course you can change, and then one of the things that they thought it was good for like matching for the main website of the alliance, which some alliances don't have this page, this website, is that from clicking this button here, you redirect to the website of Unite. This is a feature that is also possible to be done from the from your Agoras, but also I don't know, a button could be added that redirects to the website of Unite. This can be modified a little bit, but the core of the first page, this in practice it only allows customization for the color that we see here, the name of the alliance, which will be yours, and then the images that are rendered here. Here, some images can be put, and actually with Ugreen there are. So I'm gonna show the example, Ugreen, so that you see when it starts. But then the rest is the same. But I'm sure that we will allow some customization on that, for sure. You see the images here. This can be also configured from your end. Yeah. Okay. So if that's okay for you, I'm gonna go onto the flow of creating a new page and managing the content of that page.
Alba, you showed EU Green. When I open EU Green, it has a completely different.
Yes, you open an old link. Actually, the EU Green started with a version of Odoo, but now it's a different link. It's eugreen.pre.widening.eu. You probably open the one that is eugreen.widening.eu.
I have just sent it in the chat, the new.
That's right. So the thing is that the Alliance started working with one version, and it migrated to this one, which is the new one. And the users working on it are aware of it, but it's a testing, as it says pre, it's the testing environment that they are starting on. It's not on production yet. So that's why this is the configuration that they have on right now. Yeah. Okay, so let's go to the way to create a new page. When a new page is created, I'm gonna start with the test session page, and if you leave on add to menu, it will be added on the menu, but I will not do it. Well, actually I will, and then I will remove it. So if I click on create, as we see here, a new page is created, quite intuitive, and it has been added on the menu because I left the toggle activated. And then the edition already open, and I'm not gonna go into detail to each one of these blocks. These are basic and core from Odoo, and documentation can be found, but it's quite easy to play around and to test it. If I click on text and I just click and drag, then I can edit the information here, quite easy, and I can modify the background of, actually, see the question that we were talking about. The background can be configured here for a specific block, but not for the entire page. And then to modify the styling of the text itself, the color of the things, everything can be modified. Well, some of the things, not everything. And then there are different blocks. Adding an image. There's this one of having these big boxes. It's quite easy to explore. So feel free to try them all. And then if images want to be changed, you can replace them for the ones that you upload on the Agora. And then also the buttons. If you see here a button, here you can paste the link to the button that you want to redirect. If it's an internal page from the Agora, you can just put the path of the page. No, imagine this is the contact us, so it would be /contact us. But if you are redirected to another external link, you would put the link, entire link here. But the styling of the button can also be changed. As you see here, the primary tag will have the styling that we saw before on the theme. But from here, you could also modify it and make it custom. And if you make it custom, then you modify for the specific button, the color, the way to, if it's filled or not, the border and all of that. So the configuration here in the theme is so it makes it easier, so that there's this one configuration used in all places. And then to save everything that you're doing, you just click on save.
Alba, sorry. Maybe if it's good if you explain how to embed a video, for example, in the website.
Yes, sure. So for the way to embed in actually a video, you say, Fernández, no? Yes. So here on blog, there's the media. Is it the wait?
On the text.
Or on the text here, you mean?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Oh, here and from here.
Well,
yes.
From here, if you click on here image,
Yeah.
you can put a video as well here. And if you put the link of the video of YouTube, for example, it would be embedded directly. So it would show the video with the play on it. So you could put either images. You could also put documents. But if you put documents, the document, it's shown actually as a. Well, I'm gonna upload the document. Actually, this is okay. This is a PDF that I have. And the way that it's shown is with this icon. It's not quite user-friendly. It would be nice to have this big display of the document so that you can scroll on it. But this is the way to put documents here on the website. But the video would show the video with a play button on it. Yes. Okay, so that's
sorry.
yeah.
Hi. Where did you click to insert the video? Where was
yes
the button?
It's the same process as it would be to add a new image. So for that is, if I just add a normal text, actually from this blog, if I want to add here a video, image, whatever, I can click on this image button that you see here.
Yeah,
there's this link and the image, and if you click on the image, you would see the media type that you want to include. So it's images, documents, icons. Well, icons would be like the ones that we see here, and then the video. And here you would put the link of the video.
Thank you.
Yep, no problem. Also, there's this more open version, block that allows actually any type of code to be put, which is the embed or embedded code. This is dynamic content. This block here, it's quite flexible. If you have any service that allows, for example, document visualization. For the case of Unite, it has been used that there is this other external tool that displays this document visualization animation. And then they offer this embed code. It's a little code that to make this visible in other websites. And if you pasted the code here, it would display the document that we are talking about. But any code and anyone that has some code expertise could add stuff here. And yeah, it's not the ideal, but first these types of embedded content from other places, it can be useful. But this is for the things that are not met with the current blocks that Odoo has. Yes.
Is it also possible to link blocks? Let's say I have a contact I have their contact information in one block, and I don't want to copy it into different sections, but I want to link it. So I adapt it in one block, and it's automatically displayed in the other blocks as well, where I have linked the content element.
Yes, I don't know if I understood correctly, but if that from one page of one website, you redirect to content of another block from another page. Is that what you mean?
Yes. For example, like in the showcase, we have right now copied the context because they are displayed at 2 pages. But instead of like, if there is a change of context, inserting it newly in both pages, it would be great to link them.
Yes,
I know just from other content management systems that's possible, but I didn't find a way yet in Agora.
No, I don't think there is a possibility to do that. No, but the only way is to if there's copied content from one place to another one, that it's coming to a same source or that they are linked. I don't think that is possible. The only way for me is to redirect from one page to as a link, a button to the page where this content is stored or is shown. But I don't think it's possible. No.
All right, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So, well, to manage the menu, which is quite important, it's easy as well. Here under the site tab, there's the menu editor. If we click on it, we will see the 3 menu items that we have on the navigation bar. The mega menu, which is just opens the big menu underneath. It's not configured from here. I will show later. But if we wanted to add or remove the horizontal menu of the navbar, we could add a menu item from here or remove it here. If I edit, I see that this menu item has this page. If the page has been changed and the menu item needs to be changed, it can be modified from here. I will just remove this from the menu because then then we see that it's not here anymore. And for the links, in case of the mega menu, to modify these, we need to do it from the edition. So if I am editing and this is open, or I can open it, then I can modify the specific elements of this menu. I could add another column. There's 3. I could add or remove columns. And for these entries, what I typically do, the menu item, I duplicate the container. And then you see that I have another one. And the link of this, well, the text can be changed. And the link of the page that it's pointing can be also, as a typical link or a typical button, can be modified from here to point to the page that it's supposed to go. The only thing to be careful, then I can remove them. And I will click on save here. So the important here on the menu is that if so many horizontal tabs or menu items are created, then it gets a point. I'm going to show. It gets a point that it's test. It's pointing here. I'm going to add another one. I want to show that, test 2 here. Okay. There's 3. Okay. Test 4. So what will happen then? Okay, I should add many more so that they are not showed. I want to. Maybe this one will, but I want to show how it looks when. I don't know if then we will have it now. Here. As you see, there's this plus button that it's added, and then there's these 2 items. This is not quite user-friendly, so maybe it confuses people, but I just wanted to show how that this is happening and that this is something that can be avoided doing these mega menus, and they can be, I think that well, this is the solution that it's adopted until now, and I think it's good, but just to be careful with that. Okay, so I'm gonna go here. I actually gonna change the menu editor. I'm gonna remove those, and I'm gonna make this go to test session again. Okay. All right, here. Okay, so now I'm gonna talk about the contact forms, if that's okay, because I think this is really interesting and really important in the Agora, because we, in some other ways, manage inquiries and contact inquiries from users for different specific purposes in the Agora. And then there's this process behind, which is based on the CRM, the Customer Relationship Management System, that redirects these inquiries to the group of people that is supposed to manage these inquiries. And then it creates this flow or this communication between the people that generated this inquiry with the people managing that. And this is quite useful and for the alliances. And I'm going to show how to configure these forms, a specific form for a specific inquiry, and then how to configure it together with the CRM, which is actually quite simple, the steps that I'm going to be showing. And I'm going to be working with this contact form. How to add the form is also here. It's here, the form. I just dragged it here, and it's showing this way. There are different things or actions that a form can trigger. The ones we have available are here under action. If we see here a form and I click on edit, we see different things. The ones that you see that they create a alliance catalog app something, these are models that, for example, if I click on here, it will show me it will allow the users to create entries from different catalogs of data. But this I'm not going to go into now. I'm going to go about generic inquiries, which are linked to the CRM. It's just, for example, someone is contacting a team working on alliance future projects, or I don't know, for future work to be done, and it's to put ideas here. So these options should be selected to create an opportunity. If I would send an email, it would just, what the result of this form would be that an email that we define here receives this communication. But then this is not tracked anywhere. So the option to create an opportunity is always best. At the end, it will be an automatic email as well, but it will be tracked on the CRM, you will see. So this is the option that I'm going to explain right now. Then there's these two main configuration that will define who is going to receive this inquiry, which is the sales team. I know that it's in the context of sales, but this is the team of people who is going to be assigned to this specific opportunity, and then the salesperson, who is the individual who is going to be assigned as the one to manage this inquiry in particular. So if I click on here, I will see that there are different sales teams that have been configured. Now I will go in the back office and tell you a little bit more about that. But, well, I could, for example, imagine this, internships, If I want to notify all the people that it's on our internships managers and are inside this sales team, I could choose that and assign myself as a salesperson for this case. And then you could modify the fields of this form by clicking on here, a specific field, and then modifying the information, the text, the label that it showed, if it's required or not, if it requires a description. If I click on description, then there's a text here that can be modified by clicking on the page here. And then here you could add more fields. Now, if I click on add field, a custom field is added, and then I can modify the type of field, if it's a checkbox, and if it's multiple checkboxes, and then you can define the options. All of that, and as many fields can be created. And right now I will just add this one, and then I'm gonna add another one of, I don't know, a date, for example. And that would be it. You can make conditional visibility of the fields. If, for example, this one, you only want this field to be shown if option 1 has been selected. This can be also configured from here. You can choose the visibility. It's not always visible, but it's only visible if, and then you can put conditions of the field, previous fields. Oops. Maybe I said it too fast because the multiple option that it's actually, let me add another field. I'm gonna do the radio buttons instead, because then this multiple ones can be selected, but here only one. Okay. Or maybe the problem is with the name of the field, actually. Maybe it's the same, custom text. Options. Here, there was a problem with the name of the field, actually. So if I click that the options field is equal to option 1, that means that it will only be visible if this option is selected. I will save now so that you see. If I click option 1, then it's selected. And then you can play with the configuration of the forms and make it as complex as you need. As you saw, there's this first thing that I have here that it says, please authenticate using your institution credentials. It's always important so that even though you ask for the email of the person here, if you ask for them to authenticate, then this will be pre-filled automatically with their data, and then you will have the information linked to the specific user of the alliance. And it's useful to make the authentication mandatory before a form is filled. So the conditions that have been configured here and we recommend to configure is to add this text. At the end is just the text that says this, and then adds a button. And this, what is doing, this button, is redirecting to the login page, as you see here. And then you can copy this from other pages, but it says that after login, it redirects to this same page, inquire, so that the user will go, if they click here, they will authenticate, and automatically will come back to this page so that they can fill the form. That's basically the trick that has been done here. And then this block can be for any block, actually. You can make the visibility conditional so that if I untoggle here, you will see it's only visible here. Users, I know it's small, but you will see that it's only visible for logged out users. So if they are not logged out, they will see this block. But when I save, I don't see it anymore because I am logged in myself. And this block, the same. This is the form that it has the visibility underneath here, and it's also set, but to be only visible for the logged in users. And then this is the way to first, it's quite an easy workaround, but to make it forced to be logged in before. Okay, so if I click on save here, you see that this information is filled because I am logged in. And I'm going to show just real fast. I know that this is a session on website, but so that you know the flow for the CRM. This is the back office and the CRM. From here, the configuration of sales teams can be done, and you can create new sales teams so that for specific inquiries form, you can create a group of people managing that. And for example, in the internships, there's only one, the number of followers, or the way to add people into this sales team is to add them as followers. So if here there's only usuario AUPA, which is the user that we have for AUPA-U, he will be the one notified whenever a new opportunity is assigned to this sales team. If we add more followers, more people will be notified. So this is the place to do this configuration. And I'm gonna just try this example. Test. This is a test. Yep. And then you submit. There's this thank you. And the person who filled the form received a notification saying that this inquiry has been sent correctly and that they will get back to them. And then here on the sales, we see now that there's this this opportunity that has been created, which is called test, which is the name of the inquiry that I said. And then here under the internal notes, I see the data regarding the extra fields that I added. It's not to process, it's not so great, but be aware that as it allows very flexibility to add more fields, this is the way that it's done, no? So the other information or the fields that have been added as extra fields are displayed this way, as custom text, and options are showing the option that we have selected. And as you see here, there's a log of the automatic email that has been sent to the Usuaria UPAU. And actually, this Usuaria UPAU is now follower of this opportunity. That means that the person the person managing this inquiry has received this email. They will come here or not, or just reply to the email. But if they send here an email, a message, the person who created the inquiry, in this case is me, it's Alba Romeu, will receive this communication through an email. We talked a little bit last week, and we can talk on the CRM another week in more detail. But so that you have the idea of how a form from the website creates an opportunity in the back office, and that people can then begin the communication from here, from this end. Was a hand raised?
Yes.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, thank you for that. It's more clear now. I have an option to edit to Access website, and I edit some pages, but still cannot change, for instance, the field in the module. Currently, there is an Access error stating that this operation is allowed for the following groups: administrators, Access, right, and email marketing /user. So there is no sales team, and I cannot see configuration option on your screen here.
Okay. Okay, there's probably then some configuration still missing. You say it's only on the CRM that it's showing this?
I cannot access CRM.
The CRM.
Sorry, one more thing. It's possible maybe he's not in the developer mode.
No, but
That's why.
it should not be this, Fernández. But because no, it should not be that. But let me, if it's a question of the email marketing, that's true that it could be a thing. So we should add his permission to the email marketing. Try it, Fernández. Now I don't know if he can try it on the call, and if not, I will look at it after. It's a question of access from your user. So yes, but it's only on the CRM. No, when you click on the CRM, you see this error.
Yes, I cannot click on the CRM. There is no CRM icon on the page.
Okay.
To access it.
Let's see.
Okay, I will give him access to the CRM and email marketing.
Email marketing, yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
So that's the vision from this end. Okay. For the contact forms. Now I am gonna go through a little bit the publishing of the pages, the options that they are. Now I showed the way to restrict the visibility for a specific blog, but the publication, the website, the website page is never visible until it's public here. So if I go here, if I see it on incognito mode, you'll see that this page is not, it doesn't exist. So if I make it public, then it is full public for everyone. So everyone can see this page. You see this in the incognito. Just by clicking here, it's public. But there are ways to control a little bit more the visibility of a page once it's public to only a specific set of users, or if they are logged in or not. So I'm gonna be showing that. From here on the same page, once it is public, you can click on this page properties here. And if you click here, you will find the publish tab. So here, there's a way to either schedule a publishing date. You could use that if it's necessary. But then here on the visibility, there's where you can control whether all users can see it. Well, everyone. Only sign-in people that could see this content. So this is forcing people to sign in. Then to set it to a specific group, so only a specific group of users can see this content. This is for your end, it's a little bit more complex, because at the moment the concept of groups is used. For example, imagine there's a page that only internship managers would see, because this is the concept of groups. You could use that, but it doesn't really make a lot of sense. If at some point, which I believe it will at some point, distinguish users between different types of entities in the well, let's say students or teachers and stuff, which now there is no this distinguishment. This could be useful, no, to restrict content only to staff or only to students. But right now, the ones that you probably will use most is assigning, or the option of setting a password. If this is set, and I say that only with password 123 I can access to this content, and I save, that means, let me go here, that it will ask for this password. This can be a workaround that for some content it can be good temporarily. I think it has been used in Unite for some functionalities that were not public yet, but they did not have users for that people to see it, and they didn't want to manage all of that access, and they just set the password to the specific page. This can be configured, but yeah. So this is the options for publishing at the moment that Odoo offers from source. And I think that's pretty much it from the working on the creation pages and how to manage the content. So if it's okay, I'm going to talk about how to create a showcase from scratch, a new website. Yes. Okay. So if you see the configuration of websites, you may not be able to see this button, this option that I'm seeing here, because it's it requires some higher admin level. But I want to show you here how we do it and how we create a new website, and then from the creation of the website, then you can manage how to configure it from the beginning. But from our end, if you want to configure a showcase, you should notify us that the new showcase should be configured with the name, and we will provide a website domain that we can talk about the website domain, because usually, it has to be different, or it will be different, but typically your domain will be the alliance name .widening.eu, and the showcase will probably have even a sub domain at the beginning, or some kind of distinguishment of the domain. So we should arrange of that, but then the idea for our end is just to configure this new website 2, and then here the domain. I'm not gonna set any domain yet, which will allow me to edit the website with no problem. And then nothing else actually. I will configure now. And then if I go to site homepage, I go back here, you will see that there's this tab button here that says Agora, and then there's these 2 other websites that I can move from one to another. This is the place that you would, when we configure it from the back office point that I showed you, then you would see it from here as well. And it has this warning because it doesn't have a domain assigned, but you will not see this warning. But I'm going to go now to the website. This is the warning that no domain has been set. And this is the showcase empty. So this is the Odoo base configuration, does not have anything. So this is, we can either for typically when we create this showcase, we adapt the footer and the styling of the navigation bar to be the same that you have on the Agora, and we do that for you, but so that you know that this is the initial state of a new website when it's created. And if you want to manage fully the content of the configuration from the beginning, this is what you would get, or what we would provide. And then from the edition, I will show the theme configuration that I was referring to before, going back to edit and theme, switch theme, you will see that there's this showing here. So these are some example templates that Odoo offers to start with a new website, but I don't know if it may be useful, or it may probably also go a little bit out of what the Alliance is looking for. But for a specific showcase, for a specific group of people, maybe it's useful. So if you click on the using the theme, then it should create the website with this base theme configuration. Okay. It's taking a while to do so. Okay. So that's basically it. It affects mostly on how the theme here is configured. So it's not showing any like a really advanced template on photos and everything already put here. So I recommend perhaps from our end to provide you the same look that you have on the Agora, but on the showcase, and then you modify the pages and the menu and so on. But yes, and then the configuration from this website would be the same to the other one. I'm here on website 2, but the working with the pages, publication, or everything should be the same here. I mentioned there's a way to copy content from one place to another just by copying. It copies most of the stuff, but if it's a really long thing, really complicated, there's this more advanced way of doing it, which I'm going to show right now. It's not recommended for most of the places, but I'm going to show just in case someone is a little bit more advanced. There's this configuration here on their site that it says HTML and CSS editor. If I click on here, I see the code that it's used for this page here, and it can be moved from one place to another. But be aware here that I would not recommend to be done this a lot, but here I'm going to show how to copy it. I would leave out the first tag and the second one under the website layout, because these are the names of the templates. But underneath, so under this TT and under this TT, everything in the middle I could copy. And I'm going to copy now and copy it on the showcase, for example. I'm going to close. And if I go to the showcase and I create the page here, it's also, as you see here, path test session, because I moved from one place to another. And then here, I'm going to just leave it empty. Hold on. I'm going to save. And then if I click on site HTML CSS, and under the website layout, I could paste that and then save. And you would see that this same thing has been put here. The images have changed because of the template that is used behind, but the blocks used are the same. If an image was set that you had uploaded an image, the image would be the same. The thing is that this image is referencing a template image that it's different for each template. But if you have put one, it should be copied as well. So this is the way to copy the code a little bit from one place to another if it's necessary. I see that I only have 4 minutes left, so I only want to show a little bit what the embeddings is possible with the embeddings on other places, so that if a result or page from Agora wants to be showed on an external website from the Alliance, more as of a result, I'm going to show now the use case of Unite. This is the website of Unite. So this is the one, it's not Agora, it's their institutional website. And if I click on Learn Catalog for Students, you would see that here, this catalog that we see here is the catalog from Agora, and it's the content, the rendering, everything it's actually a mini page using an iframe of the website of Agora. And this is useful because the content is managed, it's added, it's modified in the database of Agora, but they wanted this to be displayed also in the website of Unite because it's really relevant content. So the way to do that from the end of the Agora, as you see here, there's no, if it was the whole page that we were embedding, we would see here the navigation bar and the footer of the pages. And I'm going to show now is how to remove from a page the header and the footer of the page for a specific page, so that this can be configured. This is only applying for this particular case, and I'm aware that this is not going to be useful for most of the situations, but for that particular use case, it's beneficial. So I'm going to go, actually, this same page. So if I go again to the HTML CSS editor here, you see this website layout. This is always present, and if this is what this is doing is rendering the footer, all the website on top of the things of the page, that we have. So what needs to be done is that this website layout should be changed to this other tag that it's website _general_list_app, no menus. So this is the one that should be put. You have the recording of the session, so you can access this at any moment. But if I change this to that and I save, as you see, the navigation bars are not showing anymore. I see the purple one because I'm editing the page, but now this page could be, the content of this page could be embedded in another place. If I change this to website layout, then it would go back to normal and have the top menu. So this is for content that needs to be embedded. Okay, I think I made it right on time. I don't know if there's some last questions. I'm aware that there's a lot of use cases for different things that need to be configured on the website, but we can tackle this together with specific inquiries anytime. Okay, Slavko, yeah, go ahead.
Yes, maybe you're planning for the next session to cover how we can change the metadata for some forms.
For the for the catalogs mainly, no?
For the catalogs or for any use case.
Yes. The next session will be on events, most likely. So then it would be mostly dedicated to that, but we will maybe the following one dedicate to that, to how to modify the metadata of the catalogs.
Yes, it's very, very important for us. And also mentioning events. Currently, we have as we can see on your screen, also events on the left side.
Yep.
But there is no plus icon to enter the event, so we cannot enter in the events option. And there are also, let me check which one, several options that without the plus button we cannot access.
Okay. So
probably I guess that he doesn't have access to the event module, and the create button is to create an event. So maybe I can give you access to event and you can check.
Okay, thank you.
We will check that.
There is also with the storytelling by community members.
Yes, the storytelling is the blog, actually. So
okay.
this is the blog functionality.
Yeah. And forum collaboration also.
Exactly, that's right. So these are the modules that are part of the website because they express in the form of the website, but they have configuration from the back office as well. So the events and we will check now with Fermas that you have access to those to test. But
yes, I gave him access to event module. Now you can check. You have the event module on back office need to be added.
Okay.
On your menu.
But I'm not talking only about the back office and changing, but also without login. We have events and some other modules, forums, but cannot do anything with this. Cannot click.
No, that's right, because you had no
activated these modules, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
So So it should be able now.
Okay.
It should be able. But yes, the events, probably the events and the forum will be tackled together next week, probably. We will see. Notify you on the next invitation. Okay. Yes, Joanna.
Hi again. I have a question about document repository. I don't know if this is
Yes.
the right place. I'm just new in the Unite team.
Yeah.
Because I'm with VU website, and
Okay.
we have some documents to upload to the website.
Uh-huh.
And I know that you don't recommend use Agora
Yeah.
backup, but you cannot use Hizin because there's some limitation with the program,
Okay.
including the number of documents that
Sure.
you can use on the free use. So I don't know if you have how you do in your place, if you have another solution, because Google Drive is not recommended by the Unite team. So
Yeah.
I'm a little bit lost here.
Yes, the document, that's what I showed before, that the documents on the website are, the way to render nicely the documents is not possible. So if it's not for external services, so that's why I said that, yes, the one that you commented, that you mentioned, this is one but there may be others, and maybe they are more open. I'm not sure, but they may provide a similar thing that this one does. But I don't know if it has more documents to be posted there, or maybe I wouldn't say in Agora there's no way to display it nicely. That's the thing that I would say. So if you try to find another external service and you say, hey, you write it as saying this is allowing us to post a lot of documents, and how do we embed it? Because we don't know how to do it. Then with this we can provide help, but
it's only a problem of design, or you really don't want documents in the Agora server space? Or
I think a little bit both. Design wise, it's also because the platform by default that doesn't render the document view. It only puts the icon, so we would have to make this development. But in Unite, there's this other place for document repository. I know it's not for sharing so much, but you share, So I'm not so sure how this is working. But yes, also for storing documents in large scales, Agora should not be also the place. But
okay. I will investigate the uShare solution.
Yes, please. Okay, good. All right. If that's all, then we can leave it here until next week. And anything you can write us, and then we will ask for specific. We will answer specific inquiries. Okay.